So as you guys know, I'm currently reading through the entire Conan original stories by Robert E. Howard. Aside from work and all the other stuff that has been going on in my daily life, I finally sat down and read these books, and it's kind of crazy how different that this version of Conan is a lot different than the one that I grew up with. And just like with many people who didn't know anything about the original Conan stories, this was the version I grew up with. And I swear, if you ask people what is best in life, they will literally show you that they are fans of this movie. And not too long ago, I watched the sequel Conan the Destroyer, which I didn't really see all that much of a problem. Felt like a Conan RPG campaign. And despite the fact that I love Arnie's portrayal of the character in those movies, it literally shows just how completely different it is from Conan from the books. Because the movies were pretty much the start of the dumb barbarian stereotype. You know, that barbarians are the fantasy version of jocks, that where they pretty much care more about slaying monsters and making money than they do of actually putting some thought into their strategy. However, Conan from the original books is a force to be reckoned with. It seems like no matter what this man faces, it literally doesn't stop him, and he has like undying willpower to the point where it just makes you feel like, God damn, this man is hard to kill. And that's not just because of the fact that Conan uses his brute strength in order to fight his way out of situations. No, he actually uses his mind as well. And although he does kill people and show his savagery every once in a while, he's also shown a vast amount of intelligence, camaraderie, companionship, and he was a warrior that was not only born on the battlefield, but he was also raised in the wilds. Which I think is a stark difference between this version of Conan and the Arnie version, is that this Conan literally was a traveler who pretty much learned the ways of the world just by experience alone. And if you know anything about his world is not built for weaker men. It's either kill or be killed. And being raised in that environment makes him the better warrior in his world, which is what sets him apart from civilized men in his world. Which is majorly different from Arnie's version of the character, who was a slave turned gladiator. After losing his family and watching his village get burned to the ground, this version of Conan was sold into slavery, then became a gladiator, then taken to the east where he can learn fighting styles as well as different languages, up to the point where he was freed by his owner. He didn't learn or gain this experience by being in the wilderness, he learned and gained that experience from civilization. And I think that's why fans of the books really have a problem with this version of the character, because that's not Conan. Let me put it this way, Conan from the books is like a lone wolf who's always ready for action and always ready for danger, while movie Conan is like a lovable golden retriever. And I think that was something they were trying to remedy in the 2011 film, but there wasn't much I remember about that movie or Jason Momoa's version of the character. I may have to give this another watch, but I will say I'm still thankful that I grew up watching this movie, and for it giving me a newfound appreciation for the character from the books, whose stories still live on. But yeah, that's my rant for the day. And to all my Conan fans out there, what's your favorite Conan story? Either Robert E. Howard's original writing or any of the pastiches written about the character. Whatever your thoughts, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.